Hello everyone, Denise here. Today I'm gonna show you how to make some ghosts. So I will insert a picture here of a cakey ghost or ghost cakey that I made for our youngest granddaughter, and that kind of inspired all of this. Plus Michael's did. So I will insert the picture of cakey here. And then I'll show you the picture, a couple of different items from Michael's that I saw that I was like, those are so cute. I'm gonna figure out how to make some. So I'll insert that and I'll come back to you. So Keiki is from Gabby's dollhouse that I freehanded, and then the Michael's ghosts, I thought they were so adorable, and they reminded me of Scooby-Doo. And then when I looked up Scooby-Doo ghost, apparently they were really scary. I don't remember them being super scary, but I'll insert the picture of the one it did remind me of. So I'll insert that here. So that was the inspiration for this little guy right there with the oval eyes. I actually picked those eyes up to make ghosts. So I purchased the eyes from Temu. These eyes right here they're Temu eyes, but I painted them with fingernail polish. These eyes are from Amazon, and they're like, I'll show you in a second. They're like Muppet or monster eyes. And then these are googly eyes. I also just have regular black eyes on the back of this guy right here, just to show you they're not fixed in, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like standard ghost. So these are made with whatever yarn you want, with whatever hook you want. Obviously these guys are a little famous. It is Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde. They're from Pac-Man. And the reason I made those is because my husband saw me making the ghost and he said it reminds me of the Pac-Man ghost. So I shortened them up a bit, and I'll tell you how to do them. So the white ones, the larger white ones on the left, they are from the Stash Goals from Premier Yarns. The small one in between those two, that is made out of the Premier Minikins. So you can tell the size difference. Same pattern, different hooks, different yarn. And then all of these guys are made with different yarns. So the red one is just chenille by Premier. The blue is a Hobby Lobby yarn. The pink is a Dollar Tree yarn, which was not just chenille. And then the oranges, it's a Yarn Bee one also. So they're all different sizes because of that fact. I did use the same hook on all of them. So you can tell if you change the yarn even a little bit, it's going to change the size. All of these are made exactly the same. This one that is pink, Pinky, it is a very thin chenille, and I doubled that. So it really can vary on your hook and your yarn. So let's talk a bit about stuffings. So these are not stuffed. There's one that has stuffing in it, but it's not closed up at the bottom. I thought this would be nice, especially the Minikin one. If you were to hang it from something, I thought that would be really cute. It also would be really cute if it was glow-in-the-dark yarn. I did not make any of them. I don't know where my glow-in-the-dark yarn is that I made. I have a tutorial on dyeing your own yarn to be glow-in-the-dark, and it works very well. I just don't know what I did with my yarn, so I'll link my video below of that so that you can check it out if you want to dye your own yarn. I didn't want to stuff them because I kind of wanted it to be easy. Like a super easy project you don't have to buy a bunch of stuff for, grab some yarn, grab a hook, grab whatever you want to use for eyes. You can use buttons for eyes. You can use felt for eyes. I actually, if I made the larger ones with the oval, I would definitely make them out of felt. You can use yarn for eyes. Like, sky's the limit. So I did not stuff these, but I wanted to show you what you can do if you want to kind of keep them round and stable, like I have a few of these. So the mini one over here, there's nothing in that. That is just in and of itself. If you want to stiffen them, you can buy liquid stiffener. It comes in gallons, and I picked some of that up a long time ago. I still have some. Or you can water glue down, and that's a whole thing. I'm sure you can find a video on it. I don't have one, but it's essentially you get it soaking wet with the substance and then let it dry the way you want it to be, and it works quite well. So if you want them to be like a stiffened, like a thimble type thing like this, and you want it to stay that way, then you need to apply some sort of hardener to it. So I use stuffing in the one with the glitter eyes that I painted right here. I stuffed him with a styrofoam ball. Now that is an option if you want to do that. You can also tie a knot on a piece of string, run it through that with a needle, poke it up through the top, and you can hang it that way. The other side of him, see the eyes? I just painted them with some Dollar Tree fingernail polish. I'll show it to you. This stuff right here, very easy. I have pink too that I usually wear on my fingers. That's all his eyes are. Normal eyes painted with sparkly fingernail polish. And I just let it dry. And then this side is just regular eyes. And I thought I would show you that because we probably all, if we do any sort of amis, we probably have these eyes. It is a tiny bit more ominous that way. He's a smidge scary. They're not in to stay. These are in to stay. So you can do a styrofoam ball. They sell them everywhere. I do even believe they sell them at Dollar Tree. And this guy, he's disguised. He's not really a ghost, guys. He has regular stuffing in him. Now, the way I disguised him was just with pipe cleaners, and I'll show you how to do that as well. His nose is literally made of a magic ring with 6 single crochets in it. That is his nose, and then I ran it through and tied it. These eyes are monster eyes, and I'll link below where I got them so that you can take advantage of that. They come in, I think, 3 different sizes in the one that I bought. But I thought it would be cute just to, I mean, you can embellish these guys with anything you want. I felt like being silly, so I was. So you can stuff them as much or as little as you want. I will show you at the end of the video, or close to the end of the video, how to, if you want to close up the bottom. If you want to stuff them and close up the bottom, I'll show you how to do that. Again, these guys just have googly eyes. I do think I picked them up at Dollar Tree. Many sizes. Maybe it was Walmart. I don't know. But I have a ton of them. I have really large googly eyes as well that I know I got from Walmart. And they are all the same size, different yarns, and it's just the same pattern shortened. So another way to stuff them could be, if you don't want to do the styrofoam ball and you don't just want stuffing in there, you can take some nylon. This is from a pack that I purchased on Amazon, and it is just literally filled with different colors of nylon. Cut some of that off, snip it off, then you can tie this end like a balloon. Fill up as much as you want, tie the other end, stuff that up into the ghost. And that actually works really great for amis as well if you don't want the stuffing to come through the holes. So I think I have covered most of what I wanted to talk about. as far as stuffing and whatnot. Again, embellishments can be whatever you want. If you want to take some of these pipe cleaners and make them hair with it, you can do that. Like, guys, you can do whatever you want. This is your ghost. Sky's the limit. What you'll need is some yarn. You'll need a hook, and then you'll need, this is from Hobby Lobby, you're gonna need some scissors, a tapestry needle, at least one stitch marker, because that's what I use. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You can stuff it or not stuff it. I'm gonna take this out and use it. The hooks I will be using today is from Amazon. These are Lewin. These are one of my favorite sets that I have picked up on Amazon. They are stainless steel ends. They get in and out of stitches very well. I have, I think, 2 or 3 videos on these. Great set. I'll link them below. Everything that I link will be affiliate. I am an alliance partner with Premier. So everything that I link or my link to Premier will be an alliance link. All Amazon and other links that I can find links for will be either affiliated or, yeah, I mean, they'll all be affiliated in some way or another. So I'm going to use Premier Basics yarn for the ghost I'm going to show you how to make. Premier Basics is a medium 4 worsted, 359 yards, 328 meters at 7 ounces, 200 grams. It is 100% acrylic, and it calls for a 5.5 millimeter eye hook. And I'm going to go down from that. This is the color white. 5.5, so I'll probably go 4.5. I think I'll go 4. I think I'll go 4 millimeter on this. So 4 millimeter hook, a stitch marker, and my pattern that I wrote in a little notebook that my daughter gave me back. It's really cute. I think it's a little sketchbook, to be honest. My daughter is an artist. She gave it back to me quite a while back, and I was like, well, I can always use notebooks. So to get with a pattern now, there are different ways that you can start your ring. Your choice, whatever makes you happy. If you already know how to do that, go ahead and set your ring up. I will show you all 3 that I'm going to put in the written pattern when I get it done. So this ghost that I do here will be a different size than all of the ones on the table. I'm going to drop my camera down really quick. Okay, so you can start with a magic ring, and that is simply putting the tail end of the yarn over your hand, looping it around. The working yarn is in back. You make an X, put your hook in, pull up a loop, and then rearrange it in your hand so that this working yarn is going through your hand like it normally would as you work. Then, as you're working in the circle, you will hold the tail alongside, and you will make sure that you keep it that way so you can pull it tight at the end. And a chain 1 to secure the ring. That is the magic ring method. Now I'm going to show you the chain 2 method. Chain 2 is simply making a slip knot. And chaining 2. Now we will work all of the stitches into this chain right here. The other method is a chain 4 method. Very old school, but it still works. Make a slip knot, chain 4, slip stitch to your beginning chain that has a ring there. You would work the stitches into the ring of the chain 4. If you need a bigger ring, make more chains. Problem with this is it has a harder time getting that circle closed up. So, but all of these are options. Have your stitch mark ready. Magic ring. I chain 1 to secure my ring always. And then now we're going to put 6 single crochets into whatever method you are using. So single crochet is going in the ring, pulling up a loop, yarning over, and going through both loops on your hook. Do that 6 times. And since I'm doing the magic ring, I have to cinch my loop closed here. We're going to start working in the first stitch right away. So this is our round 1 here. Round 2, we're going to go into our first stitch, which is right here. Remember, I had chained 1. So if you just started in a chain 2 method, you won't even see this. So starting in the very first single crochet that you did, we're going to put 2 single crochet. 1 and 2. And then we're going to put the stitch marker in that first stitch to mark it. Beginning of our round. In each stitch around, we're going to put 2 single crochet. At the end of round 2, we'll have 12 single crochets. So 2 single crochets each stitch. Round 3, remove your marker. In the stitch that you just removed the marker from, we're going to put 2 single crochet. Put your marker back into the first stitch. So we have 2 in the first stitch, we're going to put 1 in the next. And 2 in the next. And 1 in the next. We're going to repeat that around. At the end of our round 3 here, we're going to have 18 single crochets. Okay, at the end of round 3, we have 18 single crochets. Round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7, and round 8, we are going to put a single crochet in every stitch. So we'll still have 18 single crochets at the end of our round 8. So starting round 4, single crochet in your first stitch. Put your marker back in. Put a single crochet in each stitch all the way around. We're going to do that for round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7, and round 8. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have completed 8 rounds. I'm going to move on to round 9. Round 9, we increased just a little bit, not a lot. So 2 single crochets in this first marked stitch, and then put your marker back in that first stitch. Now we're going to single crochet in the next 8. After you have crocheted your 8, then put 2 in the next stitch. And then single crochet in your last 8 stitches. That was around 9. If you're doing the short version of the ghosts, like Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde, round 10 will be your last round. Okay? But I want to show the rest of everyone who wants to do the longer ghosts. I want to show them what to do first. So if you're making the short ghost, just hang on, okay? Just hang on, it'll only take a minute. So if you're not doing the short ghost and you want a little bit of a longer ghost, like this guy right there, that guy in the middle, or any of those 3 over there, those are the longer ones. We're going to do a few more rounds. So round 10, 11, and 12, we are going to do rounds of single crochets. So round 10, round 11, and round 12 are all single crochets in each and every stitch. So if you want the short version of the ghost, wait just a minute and I'll be right back to you. I'm going to do the rest of the rows for the longer version, and they're all single crochet. So each of the next 3 rounds, 10, 11, and 12, remove your stitch marker, put a single crochet there, and put your stitch marker back in there. Do the next 3 rounds single crochet in every stitch all the way around. I'll be right back to you. Okay, so I'm at the end of my round 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Last round. So if you did the short version and you waited for us, thank you. I appreciate it. Now both ends, both end row, it's the same, whether you did the short version or the longer version. You can also modify this to be super long ghosties or super short ghosties. Just don't do the repeat rounds as much, or do them more. Your call. Your ghost, your call. I did it, I think, the perfect amount for both. But they're my ghosts, so that makes sense for me. You do yours how you want. So now moving on, remove your marker. In the very next stitch, we're going to do a single crochet, and we're going to put that marker back in the single crochet. But now we're going to make that little edge around the bottom there. So we're going to chain 3. And now we're going to put a single crochet back in that same stitch or space that we started in. In the next stitch, we're going to do a single crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to repeat what we did in the first stitch. So we're going to do a single crochet, chain 3, put a single crochet right back down in that same stitch or space. Single crochet in the next. We're going to do this all the way around. So every other one, you're going to do single crochet, chain 3, single crochet back in that same stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. Repeat that all the way around. Single crochet in your last stitch, Remove your marker, slip stitch over to your very first single crochet. Cut your end, pull through. Got to weave that end in. We also got to weave the top end in, but I thought I would show you a trick because when I was making this little one, I came up with the idea that why not make the hang from the original start. So turn your ghost inside out if you want to do this. This is if you want to hang it. So take your original, and if you have enough, if you don't have enough, you'll have to do, you'll have to do a different hang. I went into a stitch or two, and then I did a knot. And then I poked back up through the original hole. I made a loop. You can make this as long as you want. And then took my needle and I went back down in, reserving that yarn up top for hanging. So keep that here, see? Keep it here. Pull this back up through. And then do that again. Go through a stitch or two, do a circle, make a knot. And then just weave in the end as normal, wherever you want it to go. It's pretty easy to hide since this is not something that you're going to have as a reversible project. There's a good side and there's a bad side, and the inside is the bad side. So then flip it back around. And then you have this nice loop to hang it from. Now I have to weave this end in as well. But now you can choose what kind of eyes it's going to have. I think I don't know, I might just pick some googly eyes for this little guy. Because I have plenty of them and they're very easy. They're already sticky on the back. To be honest, my very favorite eyes that I have for these ghosts are the ones that I picked up to make the ghost, and that is the oval ones. I think they're so cute. I think they make the ghost look so sweet and just not spooky scary, but just sweet Halloween. I think it's super cute. I like the oval eyes personally. But Google eyes are cute too. They are. This would make a beautiful bell as well. If you're looking to make a bell, just don't add eyes. And that works for a bell too. So let me grab some eyes. So you have these medium ones. They're cute. I can't even tell you how long I have had these eyes. I feel like it's been a few years to say the least. And then you can also, like I said, lightly stuff it. Don't stuff it at all. Hang it up. I do have this thing that I did get from Dollar Tree. I think it came in a set of 3. And I think it is for wreaths. But this is the smallest one. And I figured that would be really cute to hang the ghosts from it. And just have them kind of spinning around, hanging from maybe, I don't know, a light fixture or something in your house. It would definitely work on my desk, hanging from my lamps. You would just string yarn up from here into a point and then hang it from something. Or you could hang it on your door and make a cute wreath and then hang these from your wreath. They can be embellished however you want. They can be embellishments to whatever you want. I just think they're super cute, and I wanted to share how to make them. So now if you want to stuff them and you want them to be solid on the end, this is how you'll do it. It's very simple. You take whatever yarn you were using And you're going to start with that same ring that you started before. So I do magic circle always. And what you're going to do is you're going to work in the round and you're going to increase your circle. You're going to keep increasing your circle. I'm going to start with 6 single crochets, just like we did the head of the ghost. You're going to keep increasing until you fill the void in the bottom of your ghost. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cinch, and then do just like you were doing the increasing on the top of the ghost, except you're not going to stop. You're just going to keep increasing. 1, 2, that first stitch, and then I'm going to mark the first stitch. 2 in each. So this would probably be big enough for this guy. Probably. But that's not the same yarn, so it's not going to work for my guy that this is for. First stitch in round 3 is 2 single crochets. Marking the first. 1 in the next. 2 in the next. 1 in the next, 2 in the next, all the way around. You can check it at any time by pulling your ghost over. This would work if it was placed up a bit. I think I'm going to go one more round though. 2 single crochet in the first stitch. Mark the first stitch. One single crochet in the next, 1 single crochet in the next, 2 single crochet in the next. 1, 1, 2. I take my stitch marker out and check it out. I'm sure it will fit, but if you have ended up with too many increases, you can always pull your last round out. I think that works great. Leave a long tail to sew. Slip stitch, deep beginning stitch, and pull through. I'm going to stuff him so that he is good to go when I close him up. So I have a 5-pound box of stuffing over here. And like I said before, if you have nylon or whatever around and you want to not have any stuffing ever come through the holes, this is a great alternative to keeping your stuffing from coming out. I'm lightly stuffing him, so I don't think there'll ever be a problem with the stuffing coming out, but you never know. I also don't want to stuff him too much because if I do hang him up, I don't want him to be heavy. So get your tapestry needle, and we're going to sew this to the bottom of our ghost. Start wherever you want. And then just lay it on here. And then just kind of tack it on. And that's pretty much all there is to it. We're just tacking on the bottom so that you have your ghost stuffed and covered up. You can go all the way through the project if you want. Just make it not visible if you do that. What I mean by that is if you're poking through the entire project up here, don't do it tight because it will show. You want to do it very lightly and you want to go with a stitch. So go with a stitch that's already there if you're going to do it that method. And make sure you're not pulling too tight on the actual work because that will show. Just want to do it nice, just like that. Push it up through wherever. Keep going all the way around. Any way you want it to get on there and stay on there. Just keep doing that. You can recenter it as you go. Push it in if you need. And it will give it a nice surface to sit up on. So I'm going to finish doing that. And I'll be right back to you. And there you have it. He's all done. It's the bottom of him. So you know his stuffing is not going to go anywhere. And if you want to hang him up and make sure his stuffing doesn't go anywhere, then that is an option also. You can also do the teeny tiny ones and don't stuff them at all. He's my favorite. I have to be honest. He is my absolute favorite. But I do like them all. I had fun making all of them, especially the Pac-Man ghost, because Pac-Man was one of the very first video games that I like totally fell in love with. So Pac-Man has a special place in my heart. Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man are two of my favorite games, right up there with like Mario and whatnot from when I was a kid. Donkey Kong is another one. So anyway, I will link all of these things below for you if you need to have some sort of help finding them. I'll help you do that. Please leave me any messages you have, questions, concerns, comments. You can always email me, spiffyhandmade@gmail.com. I also am on Instagram, and you can always leave comments in the comment section below, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Happy Halloween, everyone. I appreciate all of you. Until next time, guys. Bye.